Hey everybody. So here I am with this week's moment of encouragement. So I want to talk to you about something simple today, but something that carries a lot more weight than we often realize. Family. And more specifically, staying connected with them. I'll be honest with you right up front. This is one of those topics where I had to look in the mirror really hard before I ever sat down to write about it. Because it's easy to talk about what matters most, but it is really hard to actually live it out day to day. Life gets busy. Work, responsibilities, schedules, everything starts piling up, and before you realize it, days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, and you start thinking, man, I haven't called them in a while. Not because you don't care, but because you let everything else take priority, and that is where the problem starts. The Bible reminds us in Ephesians 5:16, making the best use of time because the days are evil. Time is not something we control, and the relationships God has given us are not meant to be placed on the back burner. Family is a gift. Psalm 127:3 says, "Behold, children are a heritage from the Lord, a reward." That means the people God placed in your life, your parents, your siblings, your children, even your extended family, they are not random. They are part of God's design, and gifts are not meant to be ignored. Here's where it gets real for me. There have been times where I've said, I'll call later. I'll check in this weekend, or I'll get to it when things slow down. And if I'm being honest, sometimes later, it just didn't come. So that is something that God has been working on in my heart and in my life. Because faithfulness is not just shown in big moments. It is shown in the small, everyday decisions. A phone call, a text, a few intentional minutes just to say, hey, I'm thinking about you. Those things matter more than we realize. Now, and listen, this is not about guilt, because I know that I've had plenty of it, but this is about growth. If God has brought someone to your mind right now, while you're watching this, that's not an accident. That's an opportunity. So my encouragement to you and myself today is this. Make the call. Send the text. Reach out. Don't wait for the perfect time, because it probably is not coming. Start small. Be intentional, be consistent, because in the end, a life that honors God is built on those small acts of obedience and love. And investing in your family is one of the clearest ways to live that out. So today, do it now. Don't put it off. Take a moment and reach out. Thank you. Love you. I'll be praying for you this week.